My friends, so good to be here with all of you today. As I look out at this room, I see a group of individuals who are hungry for change, hungry for growth, hungry to unlock the extraordinary potential that lies within each and every one of you. And that, my friends, is what I'm here to talk to you about today. You see, so often in life, we find ourselves faced with a choice. It's a choice that on the surface may seem simple enough. But in reality, it's a choice that can have profound and far-reaching consequences for the trajectory of our lives. And that choice, my friends, is whether to suffer the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. Now, I know what you might be thinking, the pain of discipline. Really, Jim? That doesn't sound very appealing, and believe me, I get it. The idea of intentionally subjecting ourselves to pain, hardship, and discomfort is not exactly a popular one in our modern, instant gratification-driven world. But the truth is, my friends, that pain, that discomfort, that challenge, that struggle, it's an essential part of the path to true lasting success and fulfillment. Because here's the thing, the pain of discipline, the pain of doing the hard work, the pain of pushing ourselves beyond our comfort zones, that pain is temporary. But the pain of regret, the pain of missed opportunities, the pain of looking back on our lives with a sense of what could have been, that pain can last a lifetime. And so the choice becomes clear, doesn't it? Do we choose to suffer the temporary pain of discipline, of delayed gratification, of pushing ourselves to our limits? Or do we choose to suffer the enduring, soul-crushing pain of regret, of missed chances, of unfulfilled dreams? Now, I know what you might be thinking, but Jim, it's not that simple. Life is messy. Life is complicated. There are so many factors at play, so many obstacles and challenges that we have to navigate. How can you just boil it down to this simple choice? And you know what? You're absolutely right. Life is messy. Life is complicated. There are no easy answers, no one-size-fits-all solutions, but that doesn't change the fundamental truth at the heart of this choice, because at the end of the day, my friends, the decision to suffer the pain of discipline or the pain of regret comes down to one thing: our willingness to take responsibility for our own lives. It comes down to our ability to look in the mirror, to confront the hard truths about ourselves and our current circumstances, and to make the decision to do something about it. You see, so often we find ourselves caught in a vicious cycle of excuses, of blaming external factors for the challenges we're facing. If only I had more time. If only I had more money. If only I had better opportunities. But the truth is, my friends, that those excuses are nothing more than a crutch, a way for us to avoid taking responsibility for our own growth and transformation. Because here's the thing, the pain of discipline and the pain of regret, they both require something from us. They both demand that we confront our own limitations, our own fears, our own self-imposed barriers. But the difference is this: the pain of discipline, it offers us the opportunity to transcend those limitations, to overcome those fears, to shatter those barriers. The pain of regret, on the other hand, it offers us nothing but the heavy burden of unfulfilled potential, of dreams that never came to fruition. And so the choice becomes clear, doesn't it? Do we choose to suffer the temporary discomfort of doing the hard work, of embracing the discipline and dedication required to achieve our goals? Or do we choose to suffer the lifelong anguish of looking back on our lives with a sense of what could have been? Now, I know what you might be thinking, okay, Jim, I get the idea. But how do I actually go about cultivating this mindset of discipline over regret in my own life? What are the practical steps I can take to start embracing the pain of discipline and start creating the life I truly want? Well, my friends, let me share with you a few key principles and strategies that I've seen work time and time again for the most successful, fulfilled, and accomplished individuals I've had the privilege of knowing and learning from. First and foremost, it all starts with a shift in your mindset. You see, so often we approach the idea of discipline with a sense of dread, of resistance, of I have to do this, but I really don't want to. And that, my friends, is a surefire recipe for failure. Because the truth is, the pain of discipline is not something that we should be dreading or resisting. It's something that we should be embracing, something that we should be leaning into with a sense of excitement and anticipation. Because when we approach the pain of discipline with that kind of mindset, when we see it not as a burden, but as an opportunity, that's when the real magic starts to happen. You see, the pain of discipline, it's not just about pushing ourselves to do the things we don't want to do. It's about cultivating the habits, the routines, the behaviors that are going to serve us in the long run. It's about building the discipline, the resilience, the mental toughness that are going to allow us to weather any storm, to overcome any obstacle that comes our way. And when we approach that process with a sense of enthusiasm and curiosity, rather than dread and resistance, something remarkable happens. So we start to see the pain of discipline, not as something to be endured, but as something to be embraced, as a necessary step on the path to the life we truly want to create. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Okay, Jim, that all sounds great in theory, but how do I actually put that into practice in my own life? And to that, my friends, I say, start small. Don't try to overhaul your entire life overnight. Instead, focus on identifying one or two key areas where you know you need to cultivate more discipline, more dedication, more commitment. Maybe it's your fitness routine or your financial habits or your productivity at work. Whatever it is, start by making a commitment to yourself to take just one small, consistent action in that area every single day. And here's the key. Make that action something that you can actually stick to, something that doesn't feel like an overwhelming burden. Because the truth is, when it comes to the pain of discipline, it's all about building momentum, about creating positive habits and routines that become so ingrained in your daily life that they start to feel almost effortless. And as you start to experience the benefits of that discipline, as you start to see the tangible results of your hard work and dedication, that's when you can start to expand your focus to take on new challenges, to push yourself even further. But the key, my friends, is to never lose sight of the bigger picture, of the why that's driving you forward. Because at the end of the day, the pain of discipline is not just about checking boxes or ticking off items on a to-do list. It's about creating the life you truly want to live, about becoming the best version of yourself, about unlocking the extraordinary potential that lies within you. And when you keep that why front and center, when you stay connected to the deeper purpose and meaning behind your disciplined actions, that's when the pain of discipline starts to transform. It stops feeling like a burden and starts feeling like an opportunity, a privilege, a chance to become something greater than you ever thought possible. Now, I know what you might be thinking, but Jim, what if I fail? What if I try to embrace the pain of discipline and it just doesn't work out the way I want it to? And to that, my friends, I say, so what? Failure is not the opposite of success. It's a necessary part of the journey. The greatest leaders, the most accomplished individuals, the people who have truly mastered the art of discipline and resilience, they didn't become that way because they never made mistakes or encountered setbacks. They became that way because they refused to let those setbacks define them. They learned from their failures, they grew stronger because of them, and they kept pushing forward with unwavering determination. You see, the pain of discipline is not about being perfect. It's about having the courage to keep trying, to keep pushing, to keep learning and growing, even when the path ahead is uncertain. Because let me tell you, the road to true personal mastery, the kind of discipline and resilience that allows you to create the life you truly want, that road is not going to be easy. There will be obstacles, there will be challenges, there will be moments where you feel like giving up. But it is precisely in those moments, when the going gets tough, when the doubts start to creep in, that you have the opportunity to truly shine. It's in those moments that you can choose to be the hero of your own story. You can choose to tap into the unshakable self-belief and inner fortitude that defines the individual, who embraces the pain of discipline over the pain of regret. And you know what happens when you do that? When you refuse to let the obstacle stand in your way, when you keep moving forward with a determined, unstoppable spirit, the universe has no choice but to get out of your way. Suddenly, the doors start to open, the opportunities start to present themselves. Suddenly, the very things that once seemed like insurmountable barriers start to crumble, swept away by the sheer force of your belief and your action. And my friends, that is when the real magic happens. That is when you start to see the tangible results of your commitment to cultivating the discipline and resilience that will carry you through any challenge. That is when you start to experience the true joy, the deep fulfillment that comes from living a life of unwavering dedication and purpose. Because let me tell you, there is nothing, and I mean nothing, that compares to the feeling of watching yourself overcome challenge after challenge, obstacle after obstacle, with a sense of calm, composure, and unstoppable determination. It's a feeling that transcends mere happiness or satisfaction. It's a feeling of pure, unadulterated bliss. And the best part is, it's not just for the special or the gifted or the lucky few. It's for all of us. Every single person in this room has the potential to achieve that level of personal mastery and resilience. All it takes is the courage to believe in yourself, the willingness to take action, and the resilience to keep pushing forward no matter what obstacles arise. So I ask you, my friends, what are you waiting for? What's holding you back from embracing the pain of discipline and refusing to settle for the pain of regret? Is it fear? Is it doubt? Is it the nagging voice in the back of your mind telling you that you're not good enough, that you don't have what it takes? Well, I'm here to tell you that that voice is a liar. It's a liar that's been fed a steady diet of negativity, of small thinking, of excuses and self-doubt. And it's time to silence that voice once and for all. It's time to start embodying the mindset of someone who embraces the pain of discipline. It's time to start believing with every fiber of your being that you are worthy of that level of personal mastery and resilience. And you know what? When you do that, when you start to cultivate that unwavering self-belief, an unshakable sense of purpose, the world has no choice but to respond. The doors start to open, the opportunities start to present themselves. And suddenly, the path to your dreams, a path that once seemed so shrouded in uncertainty, starts to become clearer and clearer. But it all starts with that first step. It all starts with the courage to take action, to put your dreams into motion, to start living and behaving as if you've already achieved the level of discipline and resilience you desire. And I know it's scary. Believe me, I've been there. I know what it feels like to be paralyzed by fear, to be so consumed by self-doubt that you feel like you can't even take a single step forward. But let me tell you something. The only way out is through. You have to be willing to face your fears head on, to stare them down and say, I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you, and I'm not going to let you hold me back anymore. Because, my friends, the truth is, your dreams of becoming a disciplined, resilient, and unstoppable individual are not just pipe dreams. They are the blueprints for the life you were born to live. They are the signposts that are guiding you towards your true purpose, your true destiny. And when you start to embody that mindset, when you start to live and behave as if you've already achieved that level of personal mastery, the universe has no choice but to conspire in your favor. It's like the old saying goes, fake it till you make it. But here's the thing, it's not really faking it at all. It's about tapping into the power of your subconscious mind, of aligning your thoughts, your beliefs, and your actions with the life of discipline, resilience, and unwavering determination you want to create. Because here's the thing, your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's imagined. All it knows is the commands you give it, the beliefs you feed it. And when you start to act as if you're already someone who embraces the pain of discipline, when you start to live as if you've already achieved the level of composure and mental toughness you desire, your subconscious mind has no choice but to start making it so. It's like planting a seed in the ground. At first, all you see is the tiny seedling poking through the soil. But with the right nourishment, the right conditions, that seed starts to grow and expand, pushing its way towards the sun, unfurling its leaves and blossoming into something truly magnificent. And that, my friends, is the power of embracing the pain of discipline over the pain of regret. It's about creating the conditions for your dreams of personal mastery and resilience to thrive by aligning your thoughts, your beliefs, and your actions with the life of unwavering dedication and purpose you want to create. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Okay, Jim, that all sounds great in theory, but how do I actually put it into practice? How do I start embodying the mindset of someone who embraces the pain of discipline in my own life? Well, let me tell you, it's all about taking small, consistent steps forward. It's about cultivating the habits and behaviors that are characteristic of the truly disciplined and resilient individuals. It's about taking a long, hard look at your current emotional patterns and mindsets, and then making a conscious decision to start replacing them with the mindset and actions of someone who truly embraces the pain of discipline. Start by setting specific, measurable goals for yourself. What do you want to achieve in terms of your personal and professional growth? Get crystal clear on the benchmarks and then break them down into smaller, more manageable action steps that you can start implementing immediately. Develop a regular practice of self-reflection, of taking the time to pause, reflect, and examine your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors with a curious, non-judgmental lens. Identify the areas where you're struggling with discipline, and then start to experiment with new strategies and routines that can help you build the habits and mindsets you need to succeed. Read books, listen to podcasts. Seek out mentors who have already achieved the level of personal mastery and resilience you desire. Surround yourself with like-minded individuals who will support and uplift you on your journey. And perhaps most importantly, my friends, make the commitment to cultivating an unwavering sense of self-belief. Remind yourself daily of your unique strengths, your innate capabilities, and the incredible potential that lies within you. Affirmations, visualization exercises, and daily journaling can all be incredibly powerful tools in this regard. Because when you truly believe in yourself, when you refuse to let fear or doubt hold you back, that's when the real magic starts to happen. So what are you waiting for, my friends? The time is now. The life of discipline, resilience, and unwavering determination that you've always dreamed of is within your reach. All it takes is the courage to believe in yourself, the willingness to take action, and the resilience to keep pushing forward no matter what obstacles arise. Embrace the pain of discipline and watch as the world starts to conspire in your favor. When you refuse to let the frustrations, the setbacks, the minor inconveniences of life knock you off course, when you respond to challenges with an unshakable sense of purpose and determination, you unlock a level of personal power and influence that is simply unmatched. The future is yours for the taking, my friends, so go out there and claim it. Step into your greatness, embody the disciplined, resilient spirit, someone who refuses to settle for anything less than their full potential. Because when you do that, when you refuse to let life's obstacles define you, that's when the real magic happens. That's when you start to inspire others to create the kind of positive, lasting change that transforms not just your own life, but the lives of everyone around you. So what are you waiting for? The time is now. The world is yours for the taking. Now, I know what you might be saying. Jim, that all sounds great, but how do I actually stay motivated and disciplined over the long term? Isn't there a risk of burnout if I'm pushing myself too hard? And you know what, my friends? That's a really important question. Because the truth is, the path of discipline and resilience is not always an easy one. There will be times when you feel tired, when you feel overwhelmed, when you just want to give up and take the easy way out. But let me tell you something. That's precisely when you need to double down, when you need to dig deeper and tap into the well of inner strength and determination that you've been cultivating all along. You see, the key to long-term sustainable success is not about pushing yourself to the point of exhaustion. It's about finding that delicate balance between challenge and self-care, between pushing your limits and honoring your needs for rest and rejuvenation. And that's where the concept of the pain of discipline really comes into play. Because the truth is, the pain of discipline is not just about pushing yourself to do the hard things. It's also about having the wisdom and the self-awareness to know when to pull back, when to take a break, and when to recharge your batteries. It's about cultivating the discipline to say no to the things that don't serve you, so that you can say yes to the things that truly matter. It's about learning to listen to your body, to your mind, to your emotions, and to respond with compassion and understanding rather than judgment and self-criticism. Because let's be honest, my friends, the path of discipline and resilience is not always going to be a smooth one. There will be ups and downs. There will be victories and setbacks. And it's how you navigate those ebbs and flows that will determine your ultimate success. And that's why it's so important to have a strong support system in place. Whether that's a network of like-minded individuals, a trusted mentor or coach, or simply a set of healthy, empowering routines and habits that you can fall back on when the going gets tough. Because the truth is, we are not meant to go through this journey alone. We are social creatures, and we thrive when we have the support and encouragement of others who understand the challenges we're facing and who can help us stay motivated and on track. So don't be afraid to reach out, to ask for help, to surround yourself with people who will lift you up and inspire you to keep pushing forward. Because when you do that, when you create that ecosystem of support and accountability, that's when the real magic starts to happen. And you know what else is important, my friends? Celebrating your wins, no matter how small they may seem. Because in the midst of all the hard work and discipline, it's easy to forget to take a step back and acknowledge the progress you've made. Whether it's hitting a new personal best in your fitness routine, completing a challenging work project, or simply sticking to your daily meditation practice. Take the time to recognize and celebrate those accomplishments, because when you do that, when you pause to savor the fruits of your labor, it helps to reinforce the positive neural pathways in your brain, and it keeps you motivated to keep pushing forward. And speaking of motivation, let's talk about that for a moment, shall we? Because I know that for many of us, the idea of staying motivated and disciplined over the long term can feel like a constant uphill battle. But here's the thing, my friends, motivation is not something that just falls into our laps. It's not something that we can just wait around for, hoping that it will magically appear one day. No, true motivation, the kind that carries us through the tough times and fuels our long-term success, is something that we have to actively cultivate and nurture. And one of the best ways to do that is by connecting with your deeper why, the underlying purpose, the driving force that is pulling you towards your goals and dreams. Because when you can tap into that sense of deeper meaning and significance, when you can anchor your actions in a vision that truly excites and inspires you, that's when the discipline and resilience start to feel less like a burden and more like a privilege. So take the time to really reflect on what it is that you're working towards. What is the legacy you want to leave behind? What kind of impact do you want to make on the world? When you can connect with those deeper sources of motivation, it becomes that much easier to push through the pain of discipline and keep moving forward no matter what obstacles arise. And you know what else is important, my friends? Celebrating your small wins along the way. Because let's be honest, the journey of personal growth and transformation is not always a linear one. There will be ups and downs. There will be moments of progress and moments of setback. But the key is to stay focused on the progress, to celebrate the small victories, and to use those as fuel to keep pushing forward. Because when you do that, when you acknowledge and celebrate your hard-won successes, no matter how small they may seem, it helps to reinforce the positive neural pathways in your brain and keep you motivated to keep going. And let's not forget the power of visualization, my friends. Because the truth is, the mind is an incredibly powerful tool. And when we learn to harness its creative potential, we can start to manifest the life of discipline and resilience that we truly desire. So take the time to regularly visualize yourself achieving your goals. See yourself embodying the qualities of the disciplined, resilient individual you want to become. Imagine how it will feel, the sense of accomplishment, the surge of confidence and self-belief. And then start to take the small, daily actions that will make that vision a reality. Because when you do that, when you start to align your thoughts, your beliefs, and your actions with the life you want to create, the universe has no choice but to respond. Suddenly, the obstacles that once seemed insurmountable start to melt away. The doors of opportunity start to open, and you find yourself on a path of unstoppable momentum and growth. And you know what the best part is, my friends? This isn't just some pie-in-the-sky, feel-good platitude. This is the real, tangible power of the human mind and spirit in action. This is the proof that when we tap into our deepest reserves of discipline, resilience, and unwavering determination, we can achieve truly extraordinary things. So don't be afraid to dream big, my friends. Don't be afraid to set your sights high and to push yourself to your absolute limits. Because when you do that, when you embrace the pain of discipline and refuse to settle for the pain of regret, that's when the real magic starts to happen. That's when you start to inspire others to create the kind of positive, lasting change that transforms not just your own life, but the lives of everyone around you. That's when you start to unlock the full breadth of your potential and become the best version of yourself. Not just for your own sake, but for the sake of the world around you. Because let's be honest, my friends, the world needs more people like you. The world needs more individuals who are willing to step up, to take responsibility for their own growth and transformation, and to use their gifts and talents to make a real tangible difference. And that's what this journey of embracing the pain of discipline is all about. It's about becoming the kind of person who can weather any storm, who can overcome any obstacle, and who can inspire and uplift those around them. It's about becoming a beacon of hope, a shining example of what's possible when we refuse to settle for anything less than our full potential. So what are you waiting for, my friends? The time is now. The world is yours for the taking. All you have to do is summon the courage to take that first step, to start embracing the pain of discipline and refusing to settle for the pain of regret. Because, let me tell you, the rewards that await you on the other side of that journey are truly beyond measure. The sense of pride, the surge of confidence, the deep, abiding fulfillment that comes from living a life of unwavering dedication and purpose. It's the kind of thing that money can't buy, that material possessions can't replace. It's the kind of thing that transforms not just your own life, but the lives of everyone you touch. It's the kind of thing that leaves a legacy that inspires others to follow in your footsteps and to reach for their own extraordinary potential.